Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, we are going to talk about what to do with all of the leftover construction trash from building your barn dominium, right? The guys get done working and there's just piles of trash everywhere. What do you do with it all? Well, let's figure it out today. Welcome to Man Time. So you can see from that intro, I mean, there's just like piles of trash like all around my new Barndo. Now I did go through and I kind of put a little bit more organized, maybe into a couple piles instead of like 12 piles all the way around. But there's a couple different kinds of trash. You're going to have wood trash. Everything is going to come on a pallet or packed in wood, the nicer stuff. The roll-up doors came, packaged in wood. There's going to be a lot of cardboard scrap and trash. Then there's going to be like metal leftovers and stuff like that. End cuts and then there's going to be a lot of plastic, right? So there was plastic on everything, man alive. So the past several months, as a matter of fact, I was back here picking up like plastic trash and then there's the trash from the actual, like, guys, bringing in their lunches and, snack food bags and water bottles and stuff like that. So I ended up setting a trash can back here, and I could get away with about a trash can's full worth in a week. So every week I was emptying that trash into my dumpster at the road, But then beyond that, there's like all of the plastic trash. So I've been, packing that up. And when I, don't have the dumpster at the front filled up with, normal trash, then I would fill it up with the plastic trash. So all the plastic trash is pretty much gone. We're down to the metal scraps and stuff. And we'll take a walk around here and look at like kind of what's left over. But mostly it's the pallet wood, it's the cardboard, and it's the metal stuff. And the metal stuff is kind of nice, if I could figure out what to do with it. I mean, it's metal, it's painted, it's like 30-year rated steel, so I don't know. I guess if I need a scrap piece of something, there's lots of it. Let's take a walk around and see what's left. Well, first thing here, I've got this area pretty well cleaned up as far as like getting all the plastic out of it and stuff like that you don't want to put into a burn pile. So there's that one. I got that one organized, with basically just, there's a pallet underneath of it there, but it's basically just all cardboard, some amount of plastic. You can see here more boards, pieces of metal. Now over here, there is a bunch of metal, like leftover R panel, more leftover R panel, extra pieces of trim that didn't get used, and there is some plastic over there that I couldn't get out because it was underneath stuff. And then wood, underneath everything here. But, I mean, just a lot of stuff, right? Here's home base for the day. Nice assortment of orange and white chainsaws. But here's what's going on. I'm making a burn pit, and the first thing I'm going to do is use this to dig a hole, and that way I can get burn a couple feet, maybe a foot down below grade. And then these cinder blocks. You can get these at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're a couple bucks. And then right here is where I've basically stacked the majority of the wood and burnable type of scrap. I even did a little cleaning up in the forest there, and I got a big log. I need to light that one off as we go here. But let's look at the other side of the Barndo and see what else we've got left. So here is another spot. Now this was a mix, again, of plastic and wood and metal. I've been working to get all the plastic out of it. So this is kind of the burnable type of stuff. A bunch of leftover scrap metal. And then more, over here, R panel. Some bigger pieces of the 8-inch purling, Z purling. girts, zerts, whatever you want to call them. Over here, just, yeah, more metal and more metal. So I guess you know, you get what you pay for in these buildings. It was definitely more, you know, to have the industrial red iron type of construction. But the companies that do it, you know, they're gonna treat you right. You're paying a lot more than that. I don't know if you've seen it, but they've got like the Galvalume, really thin sheet metal square tube that they make the buildings out of. And those things are just not strong. So you get what you pay for. All right, man. Well, you've seen the aftermath of the building going up here. Let's see if we can get a big dent. I've got some calm weather today. It's a little bit cooler. I went around with the string trimmer and just trimmed everything. So hopefully we don't have, you know, opportunity for a fire to kick up. But let's see. Well, if you were wondering why I need so many chainsaws for this job, well, I don't. I could use one chainsaw to do the whole thing. But man, is it nice with a one-handed top-handled chainsaw for like this smaller wood here, being able to grab it with one hand, use the saw with the other, take it, and then just throw it right into the fire pit. So that's my plan for that one. Of course, I've got this big log here. And this is sweet gum. But yeah, I want to get this into quarters. And I don't think I have an axe up here at the Barndo yet. So I'm going to have to, you know, cut it lengthwise and crosswise. If that's the correct thing. Lengthwise, crosswise, semi-perpendicular to the angle. No. Well, that was the 338 XPT, amazing tool. And if you can see right here, it is lube. It is lube city on that chain. So the lubrication issues that I had been having with this are solved. Yeah, and I don't know if it was a action of clicking over the high setting and going back to the low setting, or if just if I wasn't refilling the bar oil and taking for granted like it's 2 fill-ups for gas for every 1 fill-up of oil. I think it's, you know, it's 1 for 1 on this little saw. I mean, they did a lot here to reduce the weight on a 40cc, you know, one-handle saw. So, anyways, let's fire up this MS440. I'm still breaking it in. I'm maybe on the 3rd tank of gas, but I want to cut that up, especially if it's oak. I really want to see what that 440 is going to do opened up. Let's first get a sense of what this wood is. Again, it actually looks like oak. So as soon as I dig in, I should be able to figure it out. Oak cuts a lot smaller chips. The alternative there would be sweet gum. Sweet gum, it's like, I guess they call it gum because it's kind of a gummy wood. It wants to pull off big chunks of fiber, so it really slows down your saw. Oak is hard to cut through, but it doesn't slow it down like that sweet gum. Oh boy, she is sharp, and I think we are tuned up. Let's give it a shot here. Got her warmed up. Man, I like this saw. Yeah, that's sweet gum all the way right there. Let me show you why I think so. Alright, so this looks like it is sweet gum. This black line around there typically denotes sweet gum. But let's try to quarter this up like as we're cutting it. How about that? Let me increase my idle back up a little bit here. When I first started the saw, it was kind of idling a little bit high. Chain wasn't stopping. So I idled it down. And then after that cut, after it warmed up, now it's idling down by itself. So. How could you not love a 440 or an 044? Oh, that was sweet. Wow. Wow. Ported saws in general, really, because that's what ported saws do, right? They just chew through the wood. All right, now check this out. We should be able to just have quartered wood now. So, double bonus there. Now I got some kindling, right? Kindling on everything. Yeah, this sweet gum, it takes forever to dry out. This was a springtime takedown, but yeah, it's just wet. Yeah, it sure is nice having this wood off the ground. Just makes it really nice. All right, let's try out this little 240. I think this is really, you know, where this saw can kind of shine. Now that we got that Zama carb off of there, I think we're going to be in much better shape. So let's see how it cold starts. Well, it has been a long day, to say the least, but a lot of this is gone. Some of the other piles that I showed you is gone. This is going to continue to burn, and hopefully before too long here it goes out where I can head back to the house, get a frosty beverage, and relax a little bit. But it has been a rough day. So a couple things, I guess, before we go out here. Make sure you have a calm day. Make sure you have had rain in the days before. So that was the day-to-day, right? Calm winds, 1 to 2 mile an hour all day. Just rained an inch maybe 2 days ago, maybe 3 days ago, but ground is wet. A lot of, green going on here. No burn ban, of course. And I think that is about it. Other than that, I got 2 saws left. The 338's still kicking. The steel that I just put back together with the makeshift fuel line didn't work. Rocked the 240 on a nail, 440 kicking, but I'm not going to go through little 2x4 stuff with that thing. So 2 saws left on the day, 338. So I started with 4, I'm down to 2. So there you go. Maybe you do need a couple extras. I could have sharpened the 240, but just go to a different saw. Keep the fire burning. Get out there, have me some man time too.